Not yet.
Today is August the 12th, 2025. Time now 7 p.m. I'm calling this meeting to order, Board of Directors meeting. If we would, let's ask Director Wayne Sellers to do the invocation and then followed by our President to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Our Father in heaven, Lord, thank you so much for the way you bless this neighborhood. We just ask you to continue to bless it, Lord. Ask you to bless this meeting, be with us around it, just keep us safe. Watch over all our neighbors and ones that are ill. We just ask you healing hands. Lord, we give you the honor and the glory. We praise your name.
Amen.
Oh, that's really sad.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to thank all of you for coming tonight. Our illustrious chairman is not available. He had some really serious family issues to take care of, and so we hope that he'll be safe in his travels, and we ask that you help us make this an orderly meeting. We're here for your benefit as well as the other members of the community. There's a couple things I want to say, and I kind of kept quiet over a period of time, but I just want to make this clear. This is a board of directors meeting. It's not a membership meeting. However, I will give members 2 minutes after the board meeting to address the board. And I ask you to be orderly and to do it in such a way that we benefit from it constructively. If it exceeds 2 minutes, then I'm going to have to call you on it. If it goes beyond, continues and goes beyond that, or if it gets out of hand, or we lose control, then I'm going to shut the meeting down. So I want you to take part in it when it's allowed. But please keep in mind, officially this is a board of directors meeting. So I ask you not to interfere with what's being said or done during the meeting, but you will have your opportunity to talk, and we want to hear what you have to say. I can promise you that. As to the board members, I ask that your questions or comments be specific to the issues being addressed by the board. In all likelihood, many of the questions can be directed to the appropriate individual, such as the president, the park manager, our computer specialist, and others, the chairman even, without having to bring some of these before the board, some of these questions or suggestions before the board. So it's clearly an opportunity for individuals on the board to talk with other individuals on the board or officers or people who are working with the board and get their questions answered without it being a major board issue. If the questions veer off of the path, I will ask you to return to the topic at hand and address them with the appropriate person following the meeting. I ask that if you make a motion or a second, that you identify yourself so that our secretary will have the ability to record it accurately. Who made the motion, who made the second, and so that we can have that on record and it's clear. The last thing I want to say is this. We're a team. We're a team here. And I want everybody to understand that. That's important. It's important to me, but it's important to all of us here. That we function, we operate as a team. And every agency that I've had the honor to serve on has been successful. And it's been successful because we operated as a team. We supported one another. We defended one another. And that's important. That's important because that way we can better do our jobs for you, the citizens, for the community, and all those who are members of TREPO. didn't promote our own self-interest over the detriment of the team. And I think that's what helps make it a team. This is not us against them. And we're not against you. You're not hopefully against us. Members of the board aren't against one another. We support one another, and we need each other. And we need these things to do what is right for this community. It's important. And to the audience, we need your help. We need your support. It's easy to criticize, but come to us with solutions and help us out. Because we're going to do what we believe is right, and we need your support. And I asked for those things, and I ask that our board remember all of this, that we're a team. We're a team, and we need each other. And so with that, I end my remarks, and I ask for the roll to be called, please.
Rhonda Ackerson.
Here.
James Baker.
Here.
Judy Grimm. Tommy Matthews.
Here.
Wayne Sellers.
Here.
Charlie Thompson.
Here.
Bonnie Blackwell. Here. Carrie Boyette. Here. Glenn Hunter. Tom Trammell.
Here.
Lori Lilly. Here. Terry Hester. Here. Nikki Olson. Here. Vicki Sellers. Here. Mike Conley. Kim Coycott. Here. Dusty Trail. Bill Grimm. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, now we'll go to the request to the board to approve excused members, but I think, Molly, do you want to?
Before we vote on that, I'd like to make a motion, Rhonda Ackerson, to reverse the unexcused absence last month from Dusty Trail. His time away from us has been because he's been caring for his father. His father just passed away. He had intended to be here tonight, but I had a feeling he wouldn't be with his mother and they're planning everything, so I'm just asking that we reverse that under the circumstances.
I second that.
Is that a motion? Okay, and we got a second? Identify yourself, all of you, please identify yourself, that way, I know who you are, but I mean, make sure that way our secretary can accurately record it, so.
My motion is to reverse his unexcused from last month.
And you're seconding it?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Like sign opposed, motion carries. Okay,
Can we
and,
unexcuse Mike?
I'm sorry,
Can we unexcuse Mike?
Mike.
Mike Conley.
Oh, Mike Conley.
He's an alternate. Well, for,
When was he here
He
last
only,
meeting?
he only made one meeting in July,
Okay,
so we have two alternates that only attended one meeting. And that's-
what are the reasons why he missed, do you know, does anyone know?
I didn't know.
I don't know. I think what we can do is, if you want to discuss that, we can discuss it. If you want to make a motion that he be addressed, then that's fine with me.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we unexcuse Mike Connolly since he's only attended one meeting this year.
So we not excuse him.
Yeah, we do not excuse him, yes.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Lori?
Okay, we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Like sign opposed. Motion carried. All right. Okay, we have a request on the other board members to approve excused members. We have a motion on that. Who do we have for absent?
Glenn Hunter is the only board member.
And
Or is he excused?
I can tell you that the chairman has family issues that he's addressing. And so I would urge that he be excused.
So we'd be excusing Glenn and Dusty then?
Yes,
not
well,
mine.
you unexcused,
From last week.
yeah, from last month, so you,
Right. I don't know, all alternates has got to be excused anyway. They're alternates.
Well, I'll make a motion to excuse Glenn Leonard tonight. Charlie Thompson.
Okay, we got a,
Second.
who seconded?
I did, so I'm gonna.
Okay. All right, we have a motion to, let's take
Excuse
it.
him.
Okay.
I can change it to everybody if you want.
All right, give me your motion again.
Dusty Trail's the other one.
I, Charlie, make a motion to excuse all absent board members. There you go.
Okay, and you're amending your second?
I'm Tommy Matthews. I'm second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second.
What about Mike?
No, Mike is still.
He's still not excused,
He's
okay.
still
So
on.
we're just doing Glenn and Dusty, right?
That's correct.
Gotcha.
He's not a board member, he's an
That's
alternate.
correct.
And Mike-
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Like sign opposed? Motion carries. All right, we have, everybody had the opportunity to look at the agenda. All right,
I, Charlie, make a motion to approve the agenda.
we have a motion, we have a second.
Second. James.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any discussion?
I had asked to have, the park maintenance and improvements placed on the agenda last month, and I didn't see it added on there. And I also asked to have the, members listed in groups A and B with their active dates written next to their names. It was written on there with the minutes that Hilda emailed out, and then they can delete it.
Glenn wanted that taken off. He said if you want to put that in a newsletter, post it somewhere, but these are minutes. And a minute is what happened at that particular.
I just know it was a problem at one of the times there was a meeting where there was supposed to be an election, and nobody knew.
There is no election.
I know, but one time nobody knew who was on what board and who was serving what year, so I thought it was just for ease of
But that's also put on our social media, right, our website?
the website.
Yeah, so it's fairly posted. I'm not sure it needs to be there either. We've got a motion and a second. Any other discussion on the approving of the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Like sign opposed?
Post, because I asked the,
Mo- Motion carries. All right, the next thing is the approval of minutes. Everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
I'd like to make a motion on the minutes that we approve them with the exception of number 5, the Dusty Trail. We need to take that off, because we're going to excuse him for this last, because of his taking care of his father. He's been taking care of his father, and he was unable to make it. We didn't find out till a little later after the meeting, so I think we need to take that off.
Okay, that's included in your motion. You have a motion, right?
Yes,
Okay, and
Judy Burke.
Judy.
That's not gonna
Judy
show why
Burns
he was
is seconding it.
excused.
So we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Like sign opposed. Motion carries. All right, secretary's report.
I don't have anything to report other than that, I thank Judy Brown for calling me. Thank you. Spelling corrections. I had no idea that Swanee had 2 N's.
She means
That's pretty sad.
okay. Thank you. That's it then?
That's it.
Good, good job, thank you. All right, now we have a president's report, Madam President.
You skipped me.
I did? Oh, sorry.
A lot of shorts. What do you
Now, let me do that.
get rid of?
Don't want to skip the secretary. Or the treasurer. Secretary or the treasurer, or the president, either one. Treasurer's report, sorry.
Okay, so our banking information for ending July 31st, and the Seacoast checking account is 134,342.80, and our reserve savings account is 503.63. Our CD account is 52,320.18, and our membership account is 2,411, for a total of 189,000. $177.61. Last month, the board approved for me to transfer $116,000 out of the membership account into the regular checking account that we use for our monthly bills, and that was done. On the back is your P&L for the month. If you guys would please look it over and let me know if you have any questions.
Any questions?
The membership dues for July, it's hard to look at, I was gonna put this in a question I was gonna ask, but I can do it now. It's hard to go over the financials the day of the meeting, and I didn't know whenever you and Carol get the bank statements in, if you all actually get the P&Ls done.
She does it whenever she has time before the meeting.
So is there any way we can start getting these a couple days before the meeting, like when we get Hilda's minutes emailed to us, so we have a couple days to go over it before? Because it's hard to compare this to like the last few months and to see if there's any discrepancy between
When
this.
do you receive the minutes? When do you receive the minutes?
Usually a couple days before the meeting.
I can ask her, I don't know. I know she has a full-time job, but I can ask her if she can have them ready a couple of days before that we can email it.
Yeah, because I got like membership dues, I guess it was $11,000 income that we had in membership dues, but how many members did we have that were added in July?
That's not just membership, that is also, the estoppels that we work for the villagers.
Okay.
And I believe that's the majority of that.
And it's not always gonna be a blanket amount, because if someone joins later, it's the first time they join, it's prorated. So
Right.
you can't just divide it by membership.
That's just hard, maybe we get like a line and it just says stop us, so we know
Right.
what's actual membership dues and what's stop us.
Well, they were paying membership dues, so that's why it says that.
Yeah.
So if you can't break it out,
Okay.
just estoppels and regular members.
All right, any other questions? We need a motion to approve the budget, right?
Motion to approve the financial statement.
And Charlie second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Like sign opposed. Motion,
I'm only opposing just because I don't have enough time to go over it.
motion carries. Thank you. All right, and now the president's report.
Okay, I was gonna do this, earlier, but I was not to. Okay, on Memorial Day weekend, we had 1,702 people go to the park, which it would be more than that, because a lot of people go through 2 or 3 times. And on July the 4th weekend, we had 1,433. So, okay, on October the 4th, we're gonna have our members meeting, and we're deciding now what we're gonna do about the food. We hadn't really made up our mind on the food yet. So, and another problem I'm having is at Point Park, we got boats that are tying off to the ramp and won't let our people out, and our people are having to walk through the woods to get out. And by the time we call the cops and they get down there, the boat is gone. We literally almost had a fist fight down there this last weekend. And another thing we're having a problem with is these campgrounds and stuff are advertising our parks on their websites and are advertising access to our parks. So we got a couple of people that's making reservations with these parks to find out some way, try to find out the key number or something like that, how they're getting to our park.
Bless you.
One thing too that concerns me is as it relates to the boat ramp, we decided a long time ago to limit it just to boats and, you know.
No, this is at Point Park, the ramp with Jackie
Point
Heflin
brings
is.
it out. Point Park.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the boat ramp, where people have been, allowing their kids to swim and
Yeah.
fish, and that's a concern of mine.
Yeah.
And it's a cause for concern about liability. And so, and I don't know if it has stopped any or slowed down any, but, you know, kids shouldn't be swimming or allowed to swim there. People shouldn't be out there fishing. It is strictly a boat ramp. But anyway, just an additional there. All right, anything
I
else?
have a question on liability. Why can't we just, have everybody sign a sheet that says we are not, Trico is not liable for any accidents that occur on these parks, especially when these people are breaking rules?
That helps, but it's not foolproof. And, you know, a good lawyer can figure out a way around that. And so that's the reason that we have to have lawyers involved anymore. I mean, it's not the days of old. And we have to have insurance and liability insurance to protect us. And so,
All that does is encourage some people, some members to sue us.
yeah. But imagine if we didn't have it. And I understand what you're saying, but it's
Well, we also have people who get hurt in the parks and don't.
Well, very true, very true, but that's, they're taking their own health in their
Say again?
hands, that's what they
Is
should.
the boat ramp posted, no hunt, or no fishing and no swimming?
yeah, it is posted.
Okay. Do we have any, whenever people are violating, do we have any opportunity to have them removed by the sheriff's office because they're in violation, putting themselves in danger, motors in danger?
Well, you know, what we try to do is to educate people and to ask them to leave, you know, and I'd rather do that than put somebody in jail or try to put somebody in jail. They may not be trespassing as such, if they're members, but they may be violating, you know, our policy as it relates to that. So, you know, it's just, it's not a good thing. I mean, it's, when you let your kids swim around a boat ramp, you're taking big chances, and I have questions about, you know, the parents, you know, letting their kids do that. But, yes, it is posted, and, you know, if they're not members, then, yeah, they can be, removed. Okay, where were we? All right, then.
Oh,
Okay.
with these other people advertising the parks and some of these other issues, I've noticed the, band from the state park, the Stutton Park, coming down here to pick up kayakers and so forth. How are they getting people out of these parks without, you know, keys? And also, why are we not finding these people? They get charged an entrance fee at the main entrance up there. Anytime they come and pick somebody up, they should be paying for the use of the park.
We need to reinforce our orders.
The getting out point is where you have a problem. I mean, you've got people coming out of the river, and unless they have their Trico ID on them, or you've got someone there checking it, they may be able to slip past. And, you know, some of them are putting in a bridge, and there is effort now to chain link fence that area so that they can't get in, except of course they'll probably tear up the fence like in other areas. But they'll put in there, and then they'll go down, and then of course they can get out a number of locations, and sometimes even get out on residential private property. So it's a bit difficult to
My
monitor.
issue was with the state park, driving down here to get it.
A
Yeah,
lot of people with the state park, people will miss the get off point and they'll go on by, and I've had the state park come pick people up, because they'll call them and they'll be lost, you know what I'm saying? I've had my husband carry somebody back to the state park because he was lost and left his kayak here. He doesn't get help.
If they get over that bridge, there's no one down. That's the other problem.
And I think I was told in the past that we can't hold them hostage. Once they get out of the river, you can't hold them hostage and say you can't get out of the river here, but.
I think there's some things in the works that may help us.
Okay, you're saying
but,
we can't fence off Point Park?
No, I didn't say we could fence it off, I said, once they float down the river and they're at the end, I've been told that we can't hold them hostage, tell them that they can't leave. We can't hold them in hostage. That's a good
But if
question.
it's private property and it's fenced in, they're not gonna be able to. We're not holding anybody hostage, we're just.
We can fence it and keep them out, but once they're in the river and they're trying to leave, I believe law enforcement is gonna tell you, let them leave. They're not causing a problem, they just want to leave.
And the fencing,
It doesn't make sense, but,
We may need to revisit that too.
yeah.
when the river rises, if we have Point Park and Midpoint fenced off, we're gonna see a lot of fish trapped in fences, like we've seen right here. So, I'm really not into fencing.
Well, the problem with the problem is that we've got a lot of people coming in here, but we got short-term renters that are renting and selling the keys and they're living in Midpoint, or higher up in the state park, they're coming out and they're walking through Midpoint, they're walking through
Which is
Point
why
Park.
we need to board them up.
Okay,
The fencing that I'm for though, is fencing off these parks where people are allowed to just walk over the gate or walk around the post and enter the park.
Yeah.
Not necessarily down at the water, but up at the road
Right.
to keep the outsiders out.
all right, Ms. Brennan, okay. All right, anything else, Madam President? You got it? All right, thank you for that report. All right.
I'd like to bring up one more thing. If we could get the attorneys to help us figure out a way to do a we're not liable type thing for everybody who is a member in good standing that's getting a key to the park, we should be able to at least get their signature at that point.
But if there's, that'd be hard to get, because some of the.
Okay, let's go to the park manager. He's gonna give a very abbreviated report.
That's my race.
There's no reason for us to even worry about fencing gates around here, because there are a lot of members that leave the gates open, they leave them open for people they don't even know, and that's part of owning the key. I constantly shut gates, and I'm going to have to tell them that I'm shutting the gate, and they'll say, I have a key. I said, well, great, you're not going to be locked in, because I said, but why didn't you lock the gate? Well, I've got friends coming. I said, but they are not members of Three Rivers, but they're one of my 12. That word 12, it comes out of everybody's mouth. That has a half a dozen people, and the key owner is also responsible for issues that are caused by the person using their key. A lot of people don't seem to understand that. So if they let somebody in, one of their 12 members, and that person or that guy causes trouble, the key owner is a responsible person. I hear it regularly. So my idea is if everybody just shut the gate when they go in, and for them and shut them when they come out, that would cut down a whole lot of our problems we're dealing with people going out to the parks that aren't even members. And then you talk about people getting hurt on our park, they're not even members. I've received several complaints over the last month from members not wanting to go to certain parks because of groups that have taken over them regularly. They're fearful and just want to enjoy the parks. We've got dogs, people smoking dope all the time, vulgar language, loud vocal music. A new person told me they hadn't even had a chance to really enjoy the park. They said, we quit going to one certain park and they come, and the reason being is because they don't know they didn't realize what they were buying into, So those are two big issues I'm dealing with right now. Groups of people taking over parks. And that's not fair to anybody, especially
I personally have 3 grandkids that want to start visiting us. And, you know, I'm getting to see exactly what these people are talking about.
How are they taking over the parks?
Huh?
How are they taking over the parks? Like, in any particular park, or how are they regularly taking over the parks?
They've got same groups of people take up all the space for anybody to even use the park. Okay? My theory is they shouldn't be allowed to do that, you know. And then in those groups of people are people not even members.
But if it's members going to the parks, they're allowed to go to parks, right? I mean,
I think what he's saying, and I heard about it too,
Yeah.
is, like, when you go to the park, there's music you don't listen to, that it's like blaring.
yeah, I hate the loud music, yeah.
Walk through them and the vulgar language and it's just not a family type. I think that's what he's talking
It
about.
can be
I've heard about it.
intimidating to some
Very
people.
intimidating.
Is it the loud music folks with the loud vulgar?
I just listed what I
Yeah, but
said.
it also said and regular people, I just didn't know if it was. Okay. It was just listed separately.
Right, it's like-
I didn't know it was saying.
Go ahead, Mr.
It's
Victor.
groups.
Well, we've had that issue before. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I ran. Oder Park was that way. And I think Oder's getting watched a little bit better now because it's so easy to get to. But there's still, my wife came over here and told somebody to turn the music down another month ago because of language coming out, being loud. And these people were just parked over here on the side, you know. But we've had it where we had basically drunken parties inside the parks.
I mean, is there
And
like
that's one of those things, everybody has regular behavior, but you need to have respect for the other members that come in.
That's right.
But what happens is you have some of these groups that come in, they get rowdy, they get drunk, the things that have been going on that were reported by, you know, notable people that,
have we done anything to try to keep the vulgar music?
well, we've hired Bill after that.
I mean,
We've had other
I mean, what
Well,
is
you
it?
know how I
deputies come, we've
proceed,
had police reports.
which isn't good. If I say anything, it's again, I'm not gonna have the right to say it about the park, even if it is a
I
rule.
mean, are you allowed to tell people that they can't have loud vulgar music? I mean,
Yeah.
I hate it, so I mean,
Yes,
I'm
We've
all
already
for let's
discussed
turn
that.
the music down. so.
yes, I am.
But is the regular group of people separate from the vulgar music, or are they just regular people who go and hang out all the time? I guess that's what I was asking too.
Well, we have law enforcement that we've used in the past, and we're working, our attorney is working with the chairman and others to try to put things in place that will allow us to have solid ground or removal of people from the parks or ramps where they're disturbing the peace. So, and which includes owners of property, which includes members. And so that's being worked on, and it's a problem, it's work in progress. It's gonna take us some time to get it done. I understand, believe me, I've been dealing with this for years, and I know what you're feeling. So we want it gone too. We want it out. We appreciate your help. Is there anything else you got, Mr.
Just double line. We got new rock put in at Boat Ramp Park over there Friday, and then maybe one where the washouts are. The gate at Brandon Park has been repaired again. It took quite a while this time. We do have an incident report from the Swanee Sheriff's Department on this, and if any members want to step forward and tell us who it is, you know, that would be what a member would do. The cemetery is finally completed. This is a project that has been going on for years, even way before I moved in here. And people wanted it done. We had a group of people about 6 years ago, went down and I was there, we were only able to clear maybe about 50 foot into the park. It is completely cleared now. It has been raked on the back of a tractor to just smooth the ground out and then we'll start cutting it with a mower. So it looks wonderful, you know, we should all be proud of it. And this has been something they've been wanting for years. And, besides that, oh yeah, I have seen people, dealing in the parks too, I just wanted to add that in there. You know, we do have some dealers that live around here, so,
Well, why don't we just turn them in? Why,
I
can
do.
you write them up?
I call the sheriff regularly on these people, but they don't ever show up in time. Okay, so we got people dealing drugs in our park, using drugs in our park, and it's okay.
No, it's not okay. We got a lot of the,
Okay,
they're right here, they hear it, they see it too, they may have.
you have something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, when you were talking about, the loud music and the rowdy, I know, this is not a suggestion, but at some point, the board may have to consider having the same rules as the state parks and just not allow alcohol in the parks. If members can't control themselves, it's our job to make sure the members are safe, so, I mean, I'm not suggesting that now, but I'm just saying, if we could all pull together and try to tell these people, not just rely on the board to do it, turn your music down, that's offensive, I don't want my child hearing that type of music, whatever, but at some point, we may have to just get rid of the alcohol, just like the state parks do.
I know Mr. Baker suggested that in the past, but you know, certainly that's something we need to consider, but you hate to get to that point.
Absolutely.
And because people do like floating down and having
And
a
we
beer
like our
or whatever,
rights to
and I'm
be
not
able to
opposed
do
to
it.
that. But,
I'm not against it either, but the board, I don't know what year it was, did actually pass that, and they ran that for a while because of that problem.
okay, just hold on to that thought. All right, then.
Well, did you get, I gave Glenn a sheet on how to check off the AED monthly, did you have any questions on that? Or, is it being checked off monthly?
You know, the thing that I would recommend here is if you've got issues that you want addressed by the park manager, talk with him after the meeting.
Yeah, I did
This
last
is
time.
not,
He
we
says
don't
about
have to
that.
go through every little thing in the board meeting. The board doesn't need to hear all of that. If you think it's important, talk with the park manager, or talk with the president, because the president is the conduit between the membership and the board.
Terry, can you ask Bill if he got the piece of paper that I gave him?
Okay, you know, that's,
No, seriously.
Follow that, did you?
you got anything else, Mr. Park Manager?
That's taken care of.
Okay, maintenance committee report.
Tommy, Matthew.
Are you on the maintenance committee still?
Yes.
Tommy Matthews. I don't really have anything to report on the maintenance. We are working on a few things, but nothing's gelled as of yet.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, communications committee
Can I
report.
have a question on the maintenance committee? Who I need to speak to?
Tommy Matthews.
Tommy, I had, seen that there was a, park maintenance and improvements list that came out that was given to the board last month. And I just wanted to see, what's been done on that list and is anything been listed as a priority? Have you seen the list?
I don't know.
You haven't seen the list?
I don't know. I don't know if I saw it or not.
Did anybody see the list?
Glenn, you sent me him, or Glenn, did you speak to the president, Terry? You spoke to
Yeah, I'm not,
him.
well, I asked him who I needed to speak to, and he said him, but he
Yeah,
doesn't
but
know.
what I suggested, I'm not trying to mix your
Yeah.
effort here.
Right.
What I'm saying is, instead of addressing these issues before the board, I know it's important to you, and I understand that. But you could go to Mr. Matthews, you can go to the park manager, you can go to the president, and you can ask them.
Yes, I have sent multiple emails.
Well, that's another thing.
And y'all talk about being a team.
Another thing is-
Let me speak for a minute, please. Y'all talk about being a team, and I have sent multiple emails regarding the parks and improvement list and the maintenance list and the fire. I get zero response on any of my emails.
I would suggest trying to talk with them personally,
Yeah.
instead of sending emails.
Well, 99.9% of the population functions on
Yeah,
emails.
we've
And it's a way to make
we've
sure
asked
it's a
board
closed,
members
it's a
not to
closed,
send
it's a
emails.
closed loop. I'm sorry, what was that?
We've asked board members not to send, just
Why not?
prefer to send emails. The best thing to do is pick up the phone and call.
But closed loop communication is through email.
Very important.
Not for everyone.
Okay,
Yeah, well, in the.
I'm suggest again, that pick up the phone and call.
Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to have phone numbers from people, so.
Well, then meet with them.
Yeah.
Meet with them personally.
So I'd like to make a motion, that the park maintenance and improvements PDF document. Hold on, guys. I'd like to make a motion, Bonnie, that the park maintenance and improvements PDF document, an Excel spreadsheet that I sent out 2 months ago, be listed as a living document on truco.net website with the suggested start and completion dates.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Okay, I'd also like to make a motion.
Motion failed.
I'd also like to make a motion that list be prioritized by immediate needs regarding safety and neglected conditions of the parks first to avoid any more preventable injuries.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? Motion
All
fails.
right, I'd like to make another motion that the large capital improvements that I wrote on that list should be voted on and prioritized by the members at the members meeting in October. If the members want a new dock, or if they want a wider boat ramp slab, then that's how it should be done, by a fair vote of the members that is written down on the agenda and the ballots before the October meeting.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second? Motion fails. Thank you.
So there were a few
Okay.
capital items that I had listed.
Yeah, we're gonna move on.
Well,
I've asked you to keep those and talk with the
well,
members.
this is, you said in the beginning of this meeting, on camera, that as we go down the list and we have questions or suggestions or comments, that this was a meeting amongst the board members and they were just here to observe, and to be here to address every single person on the board or committee, and that's what I'm doing.
What I said, that what you need to do is to contact the members individually. Many of
That's what
these,
this meeting's for.
no. Many of these questions can be answered by you talking with individual members instead of doing it before the entire board.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I do. I call members and I ask them questions.
I send emails because I want a document.
We were asked not to send emails.
Well,
Okay.
that just sounds suspicious.
Yeah.
Not to send
Okay.
emails, so,
All right.
that's just weird.
Okay,
That's also like in the
you
system.
Yeah. Do I?
you can bring it up on the chairman's.
I
Okay,
said it's
let's
also
go.
like in the system, when the chairman asks you directly not to do something, and you do it anyhow, that's bucking the system.
Okay, let's move on. Communications committee report.
I do have questions for Charlie, so I'm just gonna let y'all know that now.
It's how everyone's attacked is what it is. I take it as
There's no attacking, I've got questions.
All right, let's go on. Communications committee report. Let's move
Okay,
on.
so, for, where are we at, August? So our numbers right now, Columbia County, we're at 685. Suwannee County is 249 members. So we have a total of 934 members.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Could you repeat that, please? 685,
49 and 934.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. New business. Any new business?
Yeah, people wanna know what was up with the Hoodward bathrooms.
Again, did you ask anybody before you came to this meeting about the voter bathroom? Did you ask the park manager? Did you ask the president?
He won't let me have his number.
Did you ask the
He
president?
refuses
Did
to
you
give his
ask the
number.
president?
numbers posted.
Did you ask the president?
Well, I'm asking now.
Yeah, no.
Well, with 1,700 guests in Memorial Day and 1,400 July 4th, I can't imagine not having a problem with
That's
restrooms.
not true.
Because the septic system really needs to be upgraded, and it's a good thing that we've got a $50,000 rainy day fund, because I see that evaporating once we really deal with the numbers that we're having to deal with now.
That was my point.
Well, that's the way I would
address it.
All right, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
I need to order checks. I don't have an exact amount. It'll be, last time we ordered it was between 200 and 300. So I just want permission from the board to order checks.
Do we have a motion from the board to approve, what is it, up to 300? Is that what
Yes.
you're saying? How about that? Is there a motion to approve up to $300
I'll
for checks?
give a motion for Vicky to purchase tickets up to $300.
Why do we not get an exact amount?
Okay, Mr. Matthews, second. Motion is second, any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Like sign opposed, motion carries. All right, old business.
Oh, wait. I had one more thing.
Okay,
I'm gonna be out of town August the 14th and only returning for one day in the middle of, actually not really coming back till September 7th. So I just wanted the board to know that all bills will be paid, and when I leave town, Terry is my backup.
okay, thank you. Okay, old business, any old business?
I got some old business. And I did email and talk to Charlie. I did text him, and he responded back, but I never got an answer in the last meeting, or didn't get around to it. I emailed Charlie, and I also texted him about cameras in June, trying to catch theft and vandalism at Midpoint and Point Park. And he asked me that I narrow it down to a timestamp, which I did, down to the minute, and descriptions on what to look for. And I wanted to know if he ever was able to review the cameras, and did you see anything on those days and times?
At Midpoint, I reviewed the camera that was accessible at the time, or they could see anything at the time, didn't see anything. At Point Park, we don't have cameras there, so I didn't do anything.
Okay, so, I know that we spend a lot of money in security, and park managers and gate greeters, and I wanna know how many police reports, I know James has asked us, how many police reports have been filed in the last few years, or have the cameras caught any criminals or vandalism at all?
Yes,
About
it
how
has
many?
caught vandalism, and I can't say for sure.
I can think of one specific one on the Swanee side, where a member tore up our gate,
Yeah.
and we recouped
Yeah, I
the
remember
cost
that
of
one.
fixing that gate.
There was the time when the guy dumped a load of manure off at the front door here.
Correct.
That was kind of cool.
He's not in jail.
So we got two or three times it's caught something?
More than 2 or 3, those are just the ones that stand out. We've caught quite a few, actually. We've also found an instance where a person at a board meeting was even falsely accused of something, and we were able to be cleared by the camera, so helped them out as well, so that was kind of nice.
That was very good.
It was.
Yeah, because I kind of had it in the, well, I was going to go with communications, but that kind of got skipped over. I want to know which parks have operating cameras, or are there any parks that don't have internet working?
There are. So,
Parks that,
yeah.
Well, I don't know,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know, we need
parks
to
that
discuss that in an open meeting, so, let's not.
okay, well, then let me go on to another communications, because we kind of skipped over that. How come people aren't able to sign up for new memberships online anymore?
You can't sign up for new membership online ever.
Never could sign up for new
Not with that green
memberships.
button? You couldn't click the green
That was to
button?
renew your membership, that was not to sign up for new membership, that was just to pay it. Right now, there's nothing that needs to be paid, right, because it's not that time of year, so the button has been removed.
And then I asked, and I also had it in the minutes, and I had it in last month's meeting. I sent you several emails from a few emails from a few years ago, and I asked you to organize the Truco.net website so that members, including board members, can find the minutes and the financials at the minimum. Not only is everything on the website more scrambled than ever, but now all the financials from December 2024 moving back have all been recently deleted. I noticed this took place sometime, I think, in July. And then all of the financials and past budgets, why are all the financials and past budgets, with the exception of 2025, all been recently deleted?
That's a miscommunication, nothing has been deleted. You might be having trouble finding it as we are revamping the way it's laid out. However, I've also asked several people, and I went to older people in our community who are technologically impaired to review it with me and got their feedback, and they said that the new layout is much easier to understand and they were able to find stuff, so that's what I went with. But nothing has been deleted. Some things are in the process of being moved so that we could have a documents page where you could find stuff. However, with working on some other stuff behind the scenes, that kind of got pushed to a back burner for now.
Because I used to just be able to click on like P&Ls and financials from like
Correct.
December of 2024, and now when I click, the PDF is still there, and when I click on it, it says webpage not found, and it says that on all of them, but they were all there a month ago, and now they're all gone.
Nothing is for sure, nothing has been
But it's
deleted.
for sure not there, like, when I look at it.
I'll take a look at it.
And then, all of the minutes have been deleted from this year, with the exception of February and March. Like before, they were just scrambled all throughout the website, but now there's nothing other than just February and March.
Okay,
So where are all the minutes go?
okay. I'm not gonna say right now, you with you, I'm sorry.
And
I don't
then,
have the time for that.
it's just, I know records requests are hard, and I know they're irritating to everybody who has to fulfill the records request, but I think if the information was on the website, and even just basic information was on the website, it might reduce the amount of records requests that people have, and it just looks suspicious. And the way that the website is just scrambled, it's almost looking like it's being done intentionally. And I'm not accusing you of doing that, but I know that you're an IT guy, and I know that you have your own property manager's website. And it looks way nicer than Treebo's. And I just, it's extremely frustrating to look at our website the way that it is and not be able to find anything that you look at.
Okay,
Are you?
thank you.
I am.
Any other old business, yes, ma'am?
I failed to mention under our new business that we're gonna have a budget meeting September the 9th, 1 hour prior to the regular board meeting, 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. The budget meeting typically has only been members of the budget committee, which is Glenn, Vonda, Terry, me, and Carol. Now, the budget meeting is open for other members and other board members if they want to come to observe, but the meeting is held between the 5 of us.
Okay, okay.
And that's at 6 o'clock?
Thank you. 6 or 7.
6 to 7.
All right. Is that all of the old business? Okay. This time I'll open it up to the property owners to address the board if you like. 2 minutes, please. Okay. sir.
I have some questions that are pertinent.
Sorry?
I have some questions that are pertinent.
Okay, can you state your name, please?
David B.
Thank you.
Some of these questions are from a lot of the people behind me, some that aren't here. One of the questions is, when I watched that lawsuit on Zoom, your Trepo attorney and the judge said the board is not a legal HOA board. Is this true or false?
Yeah, I think that we probably need to address that at some other time. I can't answer that at this point. I cannot.
If our deed restrictions are expired, are our bylaws and article of corporation still legal, yes or no?
Yes, the incorporation, the corporation itself is still intact. This is a board for the corporation, and the corporation still owns the property, so we're all, we're still in place.
This one you may not want to answer. If you are an illegal HOA board, were you legally voted in by the members as an HOA board? Yes or no?
Yes, and let me also explain, this thing's been going on for years and years. And it's been, we've had at least 2 attorneys that have said before, not only the board, but members, that what happens is the court, while we were called a POA, the court treats the POA as an HOA. So we're, in effect, an HOA.
We're governed by the same rules.
Yes, whether we like it or not, a POA is an HOA.
Right. They're a little different, but they're not governed by the same rules.
Now, the condo is a little, there's a variance, a little difference there too, you may be aware of, but But by and large, the POA is an HOA,
I agree.
whether we like it or not.
If you responded to, oh, never mind. Does Three Rivers Property Association Owners, Inc., even though not a legal HOA, still have the responsibility to maintain and upkeep of parks, pay the taxes, pay the liability insurance, as stated in the bylaws and articles of incorporation?
Yeah, the corporation is responsible for ownership of the parks, maintaining the parks, and all of those lands that are part of the corporation in the Treeville area.
Okay. If do we determine that the deed restriction was expired?
There, to my knowledge, the deed restrictions are still in place, and so I can't, there's some of these questions that may need to be addressed by the attorney, so I don't want to jump out here and tell you it is or it isn't when I don't have maybe full knowledge based on what's legal at the time.
If the membership dues are to be paid to the Corporation of Trevo, are only paying members who have Three Rivers printed on their warranty deed able to have a key on membership for the corporation?
Yeah, the 2 minutes are up, sir.
He's speaking for all of us.
He's speaking for all
so
of
he's taking
us.
our
He's
time.
just being the liaison doing it.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's taking our time.
So, all right, so what was the question again?
If the membership dues are to be paid to the Corporation of Trevo, are only paying members who have Three Rivers Estates printed on their warranty deed able to have a key membership for the corporation?
That's always been the case.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, in order to have a key, you gotta be a member in good standing. And a member in good standing is a person who abides by the rules and pays their dues.
You're gonna pass it to someone else, or do you want to just keep going?
If you got others that want to speak, I don't want to take up their time.
We will,
I got about
since
4
he's
more
a
minutes.
regent,
That's the paper, Dave. That's the paper.
he can take our time. Okay, if we chose to pay voluntary dues to the corporation, even though it's not an HOA, will we still have access to the parks as stated in the bylaws, Article 9? Yes or no?
If you don't pay your dues, you're not a member in good standing, you have, you do not necessarily have access to the parks.
If we choose to pay voluntary dues to the corporation, even though it's not an HOA, will we still have access to the parks? Yes or no?
Yeah, I'm not sure I can answer that question. I can, if you pay your dues and you're a member in good standing, you have access to the park.
Do we still have the right to vote?
If you pay your dues and you are a member in good standing, you would have the right to vote.
Can I get a,
Just a second, please. Please, no, ma'am, she's speaking right now, I'm sorry.
Okay, can I get an explanation of good standing?
Yeah, good standing is abiding by the rules and paying your dues. That's really the simple way to put it.
If the membership of Trevo wants to amend the bylaws and a quorum of 5% is present at an annual meeting, we only need 2/3 of memberships entitled to vote to pass the new bylaws and articles of incorporation, yes or no?
That's an attorney question. I can't answer that, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think that's in our bylaws.
Our bylaws is there, right?
Yeah, that's in the bylaws.
So if the membership decides to amend the bylaws and articles of incorporation and it passes, does the registered agent of the corporation have an obligation to file the amendments with both counties and the state? Yes or no?
Again, I would urge you to let us address that, but if you want to submit some questions, I'll be happy to try to put those before the attorney. I can do that and give it to the chairman when he returns and let the attorney address those. I'd rather that be the case instead of me giving you an answer which may or may not be exactly right.
Okay, one more, you had mentioned that the documents
What is
are,
that?
Charlie,
That's a 2-minute warning.
it's, Charlie, since you had said the documents are still on the website, are they under documents?
The ones that have been moved are definitely in the documents, but not all of them are moved yet because I'm in the process of moving them over.
So where are the other ones to go back? and
They're
look?
the blog part of the site. If you go down to the old minutes, they're still in there. You have to go down and look for them, but all the financials and everything else is still there.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Jared Buckler. I was told 2 days ago at Swanee Running Boat Ramp by Mr. Charlie, and it's also time-stamped in the meeting 2330, that Swanee County Boat Ramp has had internet for 50 years. So I checked into that. The line has been put in for 24 years, not 50. That's a gross exaggeration. And if something's wrong at my house and I pay $8,000 a year for a particular service, I don't fix it myself. I call the provider and I tell them, hey, this doesn't work. So we have not had internet at the boat ramp since May, but your cameras work. So that's an issue. And we're being lied to by a man that we're paying money to. That's an issue. Bonnie also
Wait a
asked
minute,
me
I'm not
what.
sure who we paying money to. Who's he talking about?
We're paying money
Well,
for internet.
I can address part of what he's
Yeah,
talking
he's
about.
paid, he's paid.
No, sir, he's not getting paid. He
Okay, I asked my question. Bonnie asked the question in the last meeting, is Vernon Grove licensed and insured? Glenn looked at Bill and Bill said yes. Timestamp 3024. Members should be able to see that insurance declaration page, and I want to know when was that declaration page, when did it start?
Okay, I don't have that information in front of me.
Next meeting, please give it to me. Okay, what was the total amount for the hurricane cleanups on both sides? This has been a year now, we ought to know the total amount.
Do any of you have that information?
Can't find it on
Just roughly, just quick, I mean,
I don't-
off the top of your head.
I don't know. I couldn't.
You know on Facebook, you say you saved $25,000, so I mean,
I
if
don't-
you know that, that's pretty easy
I
to
don't-
know, I mean,
I
if
don't
you're
have
not
it off the
lying.
top of my head, if I
Okay.
did, you would call me a liar.
Okay, you are though. Glenn Hunter is.
Hey,
You are out of line.
Everybody sit down. Everybody calm down.
Glenn Hunter admitted to litigation.
If you continue, I will shut this meeting down. I told you that
I'm
already.
sorry, sir, that I was just. saying
Nobody's
that.
calling anybody names in this meeting.
I called them.
Yeah, you did. You called everybody.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay.
Glenn admitted to litigation was the reason there would be a delay to have the receipts put on the website in last month's meeting. By definition, litigation means taking legal action. Who is our board taking legal action against?
Here's what I would suggest to you, sir. Write down your questions, submit them to the board.
I'm asking you, you're Mr. Tommy Trim, all good team player.
Hey.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you,
We're ready.
you started this meeting with God off the garbage, and I'm gonna let you,
Okay.
I'm gonna let you hear it.
I second that
You gotta let the
motion.
meeting adjourn. You guys can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. What team do you support? You work for evil, don't you?
You know what? It's not your meeting.
You work for evil, Mr.
This is not your meeting.
Mr. Tommy Trim. You work for evil.
I'm opening the doors for everybody. Please, everybody. Everybody, please, take it to the building.
I did keep my foot.
I was just making sure the door got open.
Gets better and better. Gosh.